Welcome. This is the War Talk, and this is the Bird's Eye View, and I am here with Mr. Crow. God dang, that was all
Hello,
messed up.
everybody.
All right.
I had it first in my head, like this is the bird's eye view, and
Yeah, that's what I was saying in my head, but my mouth
Yeah,
says
me
something
too.
different, and then I was like, okay, all right.
Working on
So,
it. Eventually, we'll get there.
so Elon Musk is trying to get everybody to Mars, and he needs to hurry up because this planet is going to shit or to hell or whatever. Anyway.
Yeah.
So we got this headline, right? And it said, "Would you let NASA lock you up in a fake Mars habitat for a year as part of their study?" And I initially said, "Hell yeah, that'd be rad." And
That's what I thought.
and then I was like, "Let me read about this." And it's the 1,700 square foot, right?
Ooh.
The mission will begin next month with 4 people entering a 1,700 square foot enclosed bubble at NASA. And then they'll live in a 3D printed habitat with 1,200 square feet Mars-like sandbox where they'll perform simulated missions, all to see what it would be like for a real crew. So,
That would be so. See,
a
1,700
1,700 square foot bubble in a 1,200 square foot building? Is that what we're doing? Or is it
Oh, it'd have to.
or is
It's
it a
taller than that.
1,700 square foot bubble with a doorway that goes out to a 1,200 square foot dirt area?
Probably. I would guess
Right?
that one is actually. Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's
I would
probably
guess
the
that, 'cause as you
extra.
look at the, it is. There it is. It's a 1,200 square foot sandbox with red sand and simulated.
Yeah. And I
So
thought,
you're living.
and originally, like I said, originally I was like, hell yeah, I could do that. And then I started thinking about it and I was like, okay, under certain circumstances, I could do that. Because I was deployed for a year to Bosnia around some people, but it wasn't that small, and it was people I already knew, and I had my own kind of space too, even though it wasn't very big. So,
But 500 square foot or something. Yeah.
so originally I was like, yeah, I could do that, and then I thought, okay, if you stick me in a 1,700 square foot space with 3 other people that I don't know, I may be the only one coming out of this mission alive. So,
See, I'm like, and here I was thinking, like, yeah, heck yeah, that'd be awesome, you know. But then I started thinking, man, a year is a long time to pretend and to be playing in a sandbox
like
every day.
like I said, I could do it if it was 3 people of my choosing to join.
Yeah,
I
now
could
that you bring
easily
that
do
up,
it.
too.
But I couldn't necessarily like I would have to get like win the lottery lucky with people, because it would only take one jackass to get himself hurt in Mars and never fucking make it back.
So how many? Okay, so take how many people in? There's 4,
Four.
right?
4 people. So
You
you
live
and
with
3
4.
others. No, you and
I'm
3
just
others.
curious, and this is just me because now I'm starting to think 365 days. That's a long time.
That's a long time to be with somebody you don't like right off the get-go. Can you imagine?
Well, and I'm just also wondering, is it 2 girls, 2 boys?
Yeah.
Yeah, see. And yet, again, you get to interview your people you're going to live with for a little
See,
bit, or is
that's
it just going to be like showing up because Karens, they
that's
really,
the thing, right?
you can pick a Karen out pretty quick. And
I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine you get a far left winger with that whatever, exactly
yeah.
who I'm talking about.
Oh
And,
yeah.
and then
Oh
you
yeah.
get a Karen, and then right, you get somebody
Millennial.
normalish, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's a long time to deal
I
with those other 2 folks, dude. And if they're
I
one of those
almost
people that likes to push buttons, so like you go to the other end
yeah.
of the building, right? And then they like have to come over by you just because they know it bothers you. Oh, dude. Simulation or not, there still may only be a couple people not showing up out of his life.
this is almost like Survivor type
Yeah, I
things.
couldn't.
Like
Like I
our
said,
four, our
I could do it if I could pick the other three folks,
I
but
wonder if
I
that's
don't
part
know
of
that I could
the.
do the random part.
I'm sure they're trying to judge this, but is that part of the testing that they're finding out too? How about we set up this person with three random people we don't know?
I
You
don't.
know,
I
and
mean, I don't think so. Like, well,
well, no, I mean, think
yes and
about it
no,
though.
right?
If
Because your
exact,
astronaut team, you probably know them though,
that's
because that
well,
astronaut pool's not huge, right? There's only a certain amount of them, so you probably know them, and they're probably have similar outlooks in life because they're likely pilots and military and stuff usually, right? You don't just become a pilot off the street. I mean, you don't become an astronaut off the street normally.
but I'm curious too. Like, what if we have to change? You know, what if they, if you have to help the human race survive, and you just going to be like, sorry, I got to choose four people, and like after 1 month, you've got somebody like you who's like, nope, you're out, Karen.
You better fucking
Like,
choose wisely, this four people, or we ain't fucking making it.
exactly. You know, it's like, sorry, after so many days, you can only
Because
do so much,
I
so
can
much.
do a year by myself, no problem,
I Yeah,
no problem.
I I don't know if I would say no problem, but I would definitely get lonely after a little while and kind of probably start going a little insane in the middle
Okay,
part,
here you
but I
go.
think I'd pull out of it.
The participants, who include a research scientist, a structural engineer, an emergency room doctor, and a nurse, will be locked away for a full year
Wait, what?
and will only be able to talk to the outside world via a delayed communication system.
So this is what they already do when they go out to the space. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I don't know.
So is this like, did they already pick the four people, or
Yeah.
and this is who they came up with, or did they pick four people out of these particular job categories?
It sounds like they've already picked the people. One of them's a scientist, one's an engineer, one's
Yeah,
a
but are these the
doctor.
category that they're gonna pick from, or are these the already? You know what I mean? Because why
Yeah.
wouldn't they name who they are?
I find it kind of odd though. Why a doctor and a nurse?
Because here's my thing, right? If you have to perform a surgery or something, right, you need an extra
Mhm.
pair of hands, or you need the assistant to do the other things while you are busy doing what you're doing.
But why is sorry, I'm thinking this through a little weird, but can't you train someone in that, and instead of having like a
Nurses go to
scientist and
school
engineer
for
and
a few years, dude. So like they're not just Joe Schmoes, right? Not everybody can just be a nurse.
no, that's what I'm thinking though, is they have a scientist, an engineer, and a doctor. Why not somebody like possibly I don't know, an ecologist or what, somebody to grow, you know, like I'm thinking a farmer or something. So
Her herbologist or a
yeah,
geologist,
what
either of those two. Yeah, I
whatever
don't know.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why they picked these four. But that's the thing is, I don't. It doesn't say who they are, so I don't know if they already
Yeah.
picked those four or not.
Very interesting though. I don't know if I could do it though.
So the
Really
good
don't.
thing is they'll have like a job, and they'll be doing stuff, and I'm sure like accidents will happen, or like they'll kind of put them through other stressful situations, and they have to figure
Like
out,
a
you know.
pickaxe, you know, they're gonna have to dig in the sand, and so a pickaxe could go through your foot or someone's skull as you're frustrated with them. Yeah, that's man. Could you imagine how the
Like
be
I
so
said,
done with
I could do it. I could
red
do it with
sand.
three people I knew if I got to pick the three people, but I don't know if I could do it with four randos or three randos.
I think you're right too. They're being trained too,
It's an
and so they know each other.
it's an interesting thing though, because like NASA doesn't like to do things without testing stuff out, so they're gonna put people through this to see to learn some things.
I'm still curious how
I'm
we're
thinking
going
one
to
of the things you're
get
gonna
them.
learn is you better have a bigger than 1,700 square foot habitat for people.
Yeah.
You
1,700. You might as
better.
well just put me in that spot for the moment.
But that's smaller than my house, dude. That's not a real big place.
Oh, I'm trying to. Okay, so let's do 1,700, and there's four of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you, I guarantee you, they're including the area where you have to come from the outside to, and I don't know how realistic, things are in the movies and stuff, but you're gonna
You
have to
like
come
the
from
airlock?
the sandbox to the airlock. That's going to include some of it, but out of 1,700 square foot, that gives you 425 feet per person,
And
and
you
yet you
got
still have need a kitchen.
a
You still
bathroom.
need,
You,
probably, yeah, a
so here's
bathroom.
the bedroom. So it looks like they may be hot cot in the bedrooms, like rotating day and night shift. No, four individual living quarters for the volunteer crew. So they each have their own bedroom, it looks like.
Yeah, but it looks like it's got like one of them, the one on the left, has like a little love seat, and then a twin bed maybe,
Yeah, it looks
and
like a
then a
little.
desk, and possibly some drawers, like a
Yeah.
little mini dresser or something like that.
So at least you have your own space. You can just like close the door and just be like, leave me alone.
La 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 la.
Let me put my
I
headset
can't hear
on
you.
and leave me alone before I throw you out the airlock. Just stop.
Oh
Yeah.
man, see, and the other thing too is, and I'm usually okay around people, but when I get sick, I want people away. I want my own
Yeah.
restroom because,
Here's
man,
the airlock. Here's the airlock area.
yeah. Well, that's what I'm thinking though. Is there? It looks like too the very first one. I don't know if that's outside where they have the treadmills and all that. I don't know if that's outside or inside. But yeah, that's an exercise place too.
Yeah, maybe you got to go outside to exercise.
I'm just looking at the boots too. They have red sand.
Yeah.
I would be so done with red sand after a year. Sand is nasty, man. That stuff gets everywhere. That gets in your cracks
Well,
and
it's probably more red dirt, and not necessarily red. It's probably more that clay stuff than.
okay. I would be out.
But I don't know. Yeah, I don't. I don't. I just don't think it's like sandbox sand. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I could do, like I said, I could do this with three people I knew for sure.
Yeah.
But three randos, man, you'd be testing.
Makes you think. Definitely makes you think. And if you want to go to Mars, you better start becoming a doctor, a nurse, a scientist, or an engineer.
Structural engineer.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you think? Is this something you could do? Don't forget to hit that like button. Leave a comment about, is this something you could do with you and three randos, or would you have to hand pick the other three?
Yeah. Like picking. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone. Have yourself a nice day.
All right,
We'll
much
talk to
love
you
all.
next time. See ya.